According to the National Electrical Code, the black wire is the hot wire and should be connected to the brass screw terminal on the socket. The white wire is the neutral wire and should be connected to the silver screw terminal on the socket. Changing the wires yourself will void the underwriter's laboratories or all rating of the socket and may pose a safety hazard. It is recommended to contact a qualified electrician to make any necessary changes. Reversed wires can have serious consequences, including electrical shock hazards, overheating and fire risks, damage to appliances and electronics, and violation of electrical codes. The ground wire, green or bare copper, should be connected to the green screw terminal on the socket, if present. Some sockets may have additional terminals for special features such as dimming or three-way switching. Refer to the manufacturer's instructions for proper wiring. Always check local electrical codes and consult a qualified electrician for any electrical wiring work. When working with electrical systems, safety is paramount. Firstly, always disconnect the power supply before working on any electrical circuit or device. This can be achieved by switching off the appropriate circuit breaker or removing the fuse that controls the circuit you will be working on. To ensure the circuit is de-energized, use a voltage tester to verify that there is no voltage present. Secondly, use the correct tools for the job. Insulated tools are essential when working with electricity. These tools are designed to protect you from electrical shock by providing a non-conductive barrier between you and the energized parts of the circuit. Ensure that your tools are in good condition, free from damage, and suitable for the voltage and current levels you are working with. Thirdly, always follow the National Electrical Code, or NEC, and any local electrical codes that apply to the specific installation. These codes provide detailed requirements and guidelines for safe electrical practices, including wire sizing, circuit protection, grounding, and bonding. Familiarize yourself with the relevant codes and adhere to them strictly. Fourthly, when making electrical connections, ensure that they are secure and properly insulated. Loose connections can cause arcing, overheating, and potential fire hazards. Use appropriate connectors and terminals and tighten them securely. Wrap electrical tape around connections to provide insulation and prevent accidental contact with other conductive surfaces. Fifthly, never overload electrical circuits. Each circuit is designed to handle a specific amount of current. Overloading a circuit can cause the wires to overheat, leading to insulation damage and potentially a fire. To avoid overloading, calculate the total current draw of all devices connected to the circuit and ensure that it does not exceed the circuit's rated capacity. Sixthly, protect electrical wiring from physical damage. Wires should be properly installed and supported to prevent them from being pinched, crushed, or cut. Use conduit or other protective measures to safeguard wiring in areas where it may be exposed to physical hazards. Seventhly, be aware of the presence of moisture. Water is a good conductor of electricity and it can create a dangerous shock hazard. Avoid working on electrical systems in damp or wet conditions. If moisture is present, take steps to dry the area before proceeding with any electrical work. Eighthly, use ground fault circuit interrupters, or GFCIs, in areas where there is a high risk of electrical shock, such as bathrooms, kitchens, and outdoor locations. GFCIs are designed to detect even small leakage currents and quickly disconnect the power to prevent electrical shock. Ninthly, if you are not comfortable performing electrical work yourself, it is always best to hire a qualified electrician. Electricians have the training, experience, and tools necessary to perform electrical work safely and correctly. They can also ensure that your electrical system complies with all applicable codes and regulations. Tenthly, regularly inspect your electrical system for any signs of damage or wear. Look for cracked or frayed wires, loose connections, and damaged outlets or switches. If you notice any problems, have them repaired promptly by a qualified electrician. By following these safety precautions, you can minimize the risk of electrical shock, fire, and other hazards. Always prioritize safety when working with electricity, and never take shortcuts that could compromise your well-being or the safety of others. Regarding wire connections specifically, firstly, identify the wires. In North American electrical systems, wires are typically color-coded to indicate their function. The black wire is usually the hot wire, which carries the electrical current from the power source to the device or appliance. The white wire is typically the neutral wire, which returns the current back to the power source. The green or bare copper wire is the ground wire, which provides a path for fault current to flow back to the power source, tripping the circuit breaker and preventing electrical shock. Secondly, prepare the wires. Before making any connections, ensure that the wires are properly prepared. This involves stripping the insulation from the ends of the wires to expose the bare copper conductor. Use a wire stripper to remove the insulation without damaging the conductor. The amount of insulation to remove will depend on the type of connector or terminal being used. Thirdly, make the connections. There are several different methods for making electrical connections, including wire nuts, screw terminals, and push-in connectors. Wire nuts are commonly used to connect two or more wires together. To use a wire nut, twist the bare ends of the wires together tightly, then screw the wire nut over the twisted wires. Ensure that the wire nut is properly sized for the number and gauge of wires being connected. Screw terminals are commonly used to connect wires to devices such as outlets, switches, and light fixtures. To use a screw terminal, loosen the screw, insert the bare end of the wire into the terminal, and then tighten the screw to secure the wire. Push-in connectors are a relatively new type of connector that allows you to quickly and easily connect wires without the need for twisting or screwing. To use a push-in connector, simply insert the bare end of the wire into the connector until it clicks into place. Fourthly, insulate the connections. Once the connections have been made, it is important to insulate them properly to prevent accidental contact with other conductive surfaces. Wrap electrical tape around any exposed wires or terminals to provide insulation. Ensure that the tape is applied tightly and smoothly, with no gaps or wrinkles. Fifthly, test the connections. After making the connections, it is important to test them to ensure that they are working properly. Use a multimeter to check for voltage and continuity. If there are any problems, such as loose connections or incorrect wiring, correct them before energizing the circuit. In regards to reversed wires, if the hot and neutral wires are reversed, it can create a dangerous situation. With reversed polarity, the appliance or device may still operate, but the internal components will be energized even when the switch is turned off. This can create a shock hazard if someone touches the appliance or device while it is plugged in. Reversed polarity can also damage electronic equipment. Some electronic devices are sensitive to the polarity of the power supply, and reversing the polarity can cause them to malfunction or even be destroyed. If you suspect that the wiring in your home may be reversed, it is important to have it inspected by a qualified electrician. An electrician can use a polarity tester to check the wiring and correct any problems. Regarding ground wires, a ground wire provides a path for fault current to flow back to the power source, tripping the circuit breaker and preventing electrical shock. The ground wire is typically connected to a metal rod or pipe that is buried in the ground. This provides a low resistance path for current to flow back to the power source in the event of a fault. The ground wire is typically green or bare copper. It should be connected to the green screw terminal on outlets, switches, and light fixtures. It is important to ensure that the ground wire is properly connected to the grounding system of the building. This will help to protect you from electrical shock in the event of a fault. If there is no ground wire, one should be installed. This is a safety measure to help protect from any possible electrical shock or harm. When dealing with the light socket specifically, firstly, identify the terminals. Light sockets typically have 2 or 3 terminals. The brass screw terminal is for the hot wire, the silver screw terminal is for the neutral wire, and the green screw terminal is for the ground wire. Secondly, connect the wires. Connect the black wire to the brass screw terminal, the white wire to the silver screw terminal, and the green or bare copper wire to the green screw terminal. Tighten the screws to secure the wires. Thirdly, install the light bulb. Screw the light bulb into the socket. Ensure that the bulb is properly seated and tightened. Fourthly, test the light fixture. Turn on the power to the circuit and test the light fixture to ensure that it is working properly. If the light does not turn on, check the wiring and the light bulb. It is important to note that there may be different standards in other countries or regions. Always verify the correct wiring configuration for your specific location.